Hello, my name is Busola and you're welcome to Life Stories with Bussy. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today I have a story from Ayowunmi Iyiola. She sent us a mail and she would like us to tell her story. The title of our story is My Best Friend Poisoned Me. And she goes, Dear Bussy, thank you for your YouTube channel that affords us to tell our stories to encourage and give counsel to other people. My story is simply to warn us to be careful. She said in Yoruba, Inú jìn, kòkòrò tí ń jẹ ẹ̀fọ́, ara ẹ̀fọ́ ló wà. Ẹ̀ǹkùlé lọ̀tá wà, ilé la ṣe ní ń gbé. Wow. This simply means you never know people's hearts, and your enemies are the people closest to you. They are closer than you think. That's what she wrote there. You should applaud my Yoruba skills for reading out all the things that she said. She says, my name is Ayowunmi Iyiola. My best friend Anike nearly killed me, but for God. I never did her bad, and God is my witness. My thought towards Anike has always been good. She was my best friend and I loved her with my whole heart. I come from a wealthy home and my parents were very down to earth. I was an only child. With money at my disposal, my parents felt I needed a balanced view about life. So they sent me to a federal government college after going to a private primary school. Anike joined us when we were in our third form. No one wanted to be her friend because she was quite dirty and she used to bed wet. My parents had taught me to be kind to people. As a family, we had many initiatives aimed at providing succor for the poor, and my parents exposed me very early. My father's famous words whenever we see street urchins or beggars was, we are not better than these people. This could be anybody. Never look down on anyone. That was what my father used to say all the time. Anike became my friend, and I soon met her mom. Anike's mom was struggling with raising Anike and her brothers. I introduced Anike to my parents and told them all about her. My parents, being who they were, decided to extend an arm of grace to Anike's mom. Anike practically grew up in my house. My parents brought us the same thing when going back to school, and we soon became known as sisters. She was the sibling I never had. When we left secondary school, I proceeded to UK for further studies. I'm a British citizen, and they also secured admission for Anike in one of the federal universities in Nigeria. She and her brothers were placed on scholarship. At some point, I even convinced my parents to help get her a UK visa so that she could visit, and they did. Whenever she was on holiday, they bought her tickets to come see me. And we did all girly stuff, played and all that. Whenever I come to Nigeria, we partied and we just generally had fun. We did all the things that girls would do. We met Bade Joko at one of the parties we went to. For the sake of this letter, I'll start calling him Bade so you can understand better. So, Bade was quite a jovial guy. The first time we met him, we almost broke our ribs laughing. Anike seemed taken by Bade Joko, and I was cool with that because I had a boyfriend. Bade became our buddy and we became so close. After I graduated and had worked for like a year, I decided to come home for NYC in Nigeria. Anike was yet to graduate as the universities had been caught up in ASU strike. I served with in my father's office and got a job for Bade Joko in the same office. So we're hanging out together a lot before because Anike was in school. We were in Lagos and Anike was in Ife. When Anike came back from school, she was a bit withdrawn. And I was so concerned about her. I questioned her repeatedly, but she said she was okay. Once she made a snide remark about Bade Joko taking her place in my life. And I responded to her that never. She would always be my sister and Bade our friend. I said that jokingly. She was soon done with school and had to go for her NYSC. She was posted to one of the states in the north. I begged my father to help influence her redeployment back to Lagos so she could join us in my father's office. At that time, my father was quite ill and he couldn't come through with that. Bade and I bade her farewell at the airport. She looked sad when she was going and I kept apologizing to her that I will make sure that I do everything possible to bring her back to Lagos. A month after she left, Bade asked that I be his girlfriend. And I was hesitant because though we're all friends, I knew Anike liked him so much. So I told Bade that I liked him, but it would ruin our relationship because Anike liked him. Bade said he had nothing for Anike, that they were just friends. Everybody was just being friends, but he loved me. I still needed Anike to confirm that. There were no mobile phones yet, so I wrote numerous letters to Anike and I didn't get a response. The company had a venture we were starting out in the north, and Bade was part of the team working on it. I told him to check on Anike and get a response back from her. Anike finally wrote me and said she was sorry, she had been busy and couldn't respond to my letters, but she gave her blessing about Bade and told me that she was happy for us and she would be around for the wedding. Bade made repeated visits to the north. Anike and I kept exchanging letters where I filled her up about all our wedding plans. I made sure that I got Bade to drag her to our office facility in the north so that she could use the landline to call the Lagos office so that we could talk. 6 months after, Bade and I were married and Anike was the chief bridesmaid. I didn't know she was pregnant at that time, though my mom noticed and raised it to me after the wedding. I laughed it off. I told my mom that if Anike was pregnant, I'll be the first to know.
Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.